Hey guys, Colin here from Cctv.com with another quick FAQ. Question I get asked all the time is what's the difference between a DVR, an NVR, and a hybrid CCTV recorder? Now, we'll start with DVRs. They're kind of the older recorders. They're still out there, still a lot of people installing them. The cameras that go with them are really cheap, but they're analog cameras. When they come back to the DVR will convert that feed to digital and then record it on a hard drive so you can view it back later. Now, again, the cameras are really cheap that go with these recorders, and the recorders, they're not that inexpensive. You can get some pretty cheap ones on the market, but you're going to get what you pay for with these. They can't handle megapixel cameras. They can't really be upgraded. It's something you really want to think about if you're going to go with them, because they are outdated and they're not really getting much development put into them anymore. Now, new recorders are called NVRs, network video recorders. A network video recorder basically takes IP cameras and takes them all into one network jack on the back of a recorder, opposed to all the analog composite connectors that you'll see on the old DVRs. A network video recorder will then record these IP cameras, and basically the functionality of it's the same once they're in there. Big advantages of it are that these cameras can be home run to single locations because they run just like computers on your network over switches and routers. The other big advantage is that these cameras, the resolution of them is constantly getting developed better and better. So right now you can get up to a 29 megapixel camera. That's about the equivalent of 95 analog cameras that you'd see on your digital video recorder. Now, a 29 megapixel camera is very expensive and really has special applications, but it just kind of shows you where NVRs are going and why you kind of want to stay away from analog and DVR recorders right now, because you're not going to be able to take advantage of something like a 29 megapixel camera when it does come down to a cheaper price. Right now, still with an NVR, you can get a 1.3 megapixel camera for a similar price range as you're going to get an old analog camera, and 1.3 megapixels is about 4 times what your analog camera is streaming at. Now, the last type of recorder is the hybrid recorder. Hybrid recorder is really for people that are trying to upgrade from a DVR to an NVR, but they have a lot of analog cameras that they don't want to just throw out or stop using. Hybrid recorder has analog inputs built into the NVR. That'll allow people to bring their analog cameras in, record those old streams while using the network jack on the recorder to bring in new IP cameras. Then, as the client wants to remove analog cameras and upgrade them to IP, they can just do so by disconnecting the analog feed, adding in another IP camera, and they can start recording that better resolution, better quality camera. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you understand the difference between all the recorders now, and for more info check out Cctv.com.